Welcome to CryptoSafe. Today, let us get to a few fundamentals and try to decipher who is getting on board in the recent days. We'll be looking at a few events and their impact on the prices of specific cryptocurrencies. The fact that there is an indirect effect of the events happening worldwide on the cryptocurrencies also makes it essential for us to keep an eye out on all changes coming in. Please help us grow this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribing to it, and letting us know your opinion or suggestions in the comments section. We would love to hear from you about your analysis of the present times. The need to turn self-sovereign in the times ahead is high. One needs to ensure that they consider all potential government misuse of money, which will either lead to inflation or any other related after effect of it. While all of it happens without leaving you clueless on what to do,
as you said, such good sport.
We will be telling you about Bitcoin, which so far has proved itself to be one of the most neutral cryptocurrencies, making it one of the safest at this point. Kevin OLeary will be one of the significant people who will be a part of all crypto-based talks that we usually see being conducted within the United States of America. He stated that regulations would be the key to the opening up of specific institutions. The US policymakers, according to him, have been working day and night to come up with specific regulations that will help open up the market for financial institutions even further.
Finance is so weird.
We think they don't understand that the ecosystem is already friendly enough for the financial institutions to move in and achieve their goals or targets. This fact is what makes us curious to find out what exactly the government will open up through these regulations. The last time we checked, when it comes to the regulations, these are generally responsible for restricting and governing certain aspects of any concept, which, to what we understand, gradually reduces the freedom or viscosity the concept inherently has. However, on the flip side, it is a fact that having more frameworks will open up the minds of safe investors who would want specific rules and regulations to be a part of the entire system. One of the key elements they would like to have are sanctions on such concepts, which, at this point, is not present in the system. The transaction sizes have been increasing since 2017. From $1,150 to where we stand today, the progress has been substantial. It was 2020 in January, while the other $201,000 in January 2021. The rise has already been defined through these two numbers here. To make it more clear, as we speak right now, the same is between $600,000 and $700,000. 2022 has been one of the primary reasons for the growth in the average transaction sizes. The chart seems to be blowing over the roof. Considering this, we can be confident that the institutions are already in the game. The big picture suggests a lot of potential. The ownership, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, has many disparities being noticed in them. It was seen that in the early times of crypto, men were the higher investors in the same, while at this point, women have been outpacing men recently. The difference here is that over 61% of these women own less than $500 worth of cryptocurrencies. This is one of the astonishing factors that we noticed in recent times. We are sure that the numbers here will go up with time. Want to hear another incredible fact? In both men's and women's cases, the cryptocurrencies being invested the most in are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Yes, Dogecoin is at number 3. Looking at the charts, the price of Dogecoin has been going down and is at 84% since the last 10 months. One of the other factors that we must mention in this video while trying to figure out the effect of the modern-day events is the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia. We all know that multiple sanctions are being imposed on Russia for the acts committed by Putin. Now, what we need to analyze is its effect on the Russian economy. It is very unfortunate to find that, even though a vast population in Russia is not interested in this war and wants this war to end at the earliest, they are still being forced to be a party to it and face all the sanctions being posed by other nations on them. The limitations on trade, transactions, price hikes, and all other factors will be difficult for the Russian civilians to handle. Now, Russia and its Russian ruble have had over $30 million flow into the BTC. This is a very significant number. There have also been speculations that they are using their money abroad to invest in Bitcoin and make money over it. Essentially, they get over the losses they have been facing due to the war. Now, the rest of the world has been very consistent about Bitcoin. The whales have been buying a lot at this point. Let us start with a very known name. Binance just bought 43,000 Bitcoins at $46,553. That is a good amount being accepted by them. The total worth they now have is over $5.5 billion. Apart from this, the third largest whale in the world bought another $24 million worth of Bitcoin in recent days while it was in the dip. Yet again, the dip was being made use of by optimistic whales who will undoubtedly make leverage over the decisions they make. So, with all of these whales showing up and being so active, we need to look into the reason behind it. Under normal cases, the relation between supply and demand remains consistent. This time, something weird has been happening. Even though Bitcoin is being bought by so many whales and is being drained down from the exchanges, the price has decreased. The answer lies in a future event that we think will happen. The prices of Bitcoin will break. However, when is what we need to figure out. As the market is down for Bitcoin, the fear has been through the roof in terms of prices. Let us now speak about Mike Novogratz finally. He has, for a long, been speaking of a 42,000 floor. This has been true for a while. However, he then walked it back to $38,000. One of the primary reasons he thinks this had to come down is the US Federal Reserve. According to him, they have been tapering and hiking the interest rates in recent times. He also stated that the dip would touch the $38,000 only if it falls below the $41,000 mark. $38,000, though, will be the lowest it could get. One thing that we need to ask ourselves is whether we can trust the fiat currencies anymore. It is a fact that the fiat banks of Russia have been sanctioned by institutions and countries worldwide. This tells us that fiat currencies can no longer be trusted anymore. As far as Russia and Ukraine are concerned, the sovereign trust seems to have broken down, regaining, which is a challenging task to accomplish for any government. Now, we all know that the Russian RBL has been suffering a lot in recent times with the ongoing war. To combat this, the government has come up with a 20% interest rate for the investments. However, this is something that we will need to evaluate with time. And if this is the case, will Russia be able to get over the sanctions by investing in Bitcoin? With all the turbulence on crypto and stock markets, we do see that the privacy coins close reasonably in green next to Bitcoin and other altcoins, which reacted heavily on current world economics and dropped quite in percentage. You might ask yourself if it would be a safe bet to trade in some fiat for some privacy coins as a deflation hedge for your fiat money. This is not financial advice, only an observation from our end, an important event which is non-surprising as contrarian thinker. We will leave you with this to think about. Meet you in the next video. Keep watching, liking, and subscribing for more information. Don't forget to spread the word and create awareness.